trying to do this all by myself, and the camera's backwards so I can't see myself, which is good, I guess. But welcome back to another video. This one is not an Aleph and Tav treasure, but today, Monday, April the 4th, according to the sighted moon in Israel, today is the first day of the Hebrew New Year and the first day of the first Hebrew month, of course. And since I've been doing this for a little while, I thought I'd help some folks who are just beginning their Hebrew discoveries. I think there's a lot of people from the lost 10 tribes who are coming around to the ways of Yahweh, and he says that in the latter days, the tribes of Israel, the scattered tribes of Israel, will return to the old paths and return to his Torah. And so I thought I'd answer a couple of questions that may be out there. First one is, why do we cite the sliver of the new moon for the new month? The rabbis just do it by 30 days. But in Genesis 1:14, Yahweh says, "Then Elohim said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and seasons." And in Hebrew, seasons is literally moedim, which is appointed times, his appointed times, and for days and years. So we have that in Genesis 1:14. So, you know the verse that says, his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Well, his will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So I personally just like to let him decide when the new months are going to start and when the new years are going to start. Why is this the beginning of the Hebrew year? In Exodus 12:1, it says, "Now YHVH spoke to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month is your beginning of months. It is the first month of the year to you." There's actually two times when Hebrews or Jews say that it's the new year, and in the 7th month is when they wish each other a Shana Tovah, new year, or happy new year is what Shana Tovah means. But that's not the beginning of the year according to Yahweh. According to him, this in the spring before Passover would be the beginning of his new year. How is the new year determined? Like, why wasn't it last month? Last Hebrew year, we had 13 months. The reason for that is because the barley, which is the first crop to ripen in Israel, the barley was not in a Aviv stage by the time that the last month, not this month, started. And, excuse me, tiger, the barley has to be Aviv, and actually the month of Aviv is the name of the first Hebrew month. On the Sabbath following Passover, come on, as you should. On the Sabbath following Passover, as Yeshua showed us, the Omer or sheaf of the first fruits has to be waved by the priest. I say Yeshua showed us because in John 20, he is assumed to be the gardener. And why did John put that in his epistle? And why would Mary think he was a gardener as opposed to just somebody standing by, or even an angel? But John makes a point to tell us that he was mistaken for a gardener. But in Leviticus 23:9, it says, "And YHVH spoke to Moshe, saying, Speak to the children of Israel, and say to them, When you come into the land which I give to you, and reap its harvest, then you shall bring a sheaf," which is literally an omer, which an omer is the beaten grain, the grain that's beaten off of the sheaf. You shall bring an omer of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest. He shall wave the omer before YHVH to be accepted on your behalf on the day after the Sabbath, as Yeshua did. The priest shall wave it. You would have to have new Aviv grain to offer to begin the year. And then why barley? Is because, like I said a minute ago, barley is the first grain to ripen. And we see that in Exodus 9:31, which says, these are the plagues in Egypt. It said, "Now the flax and the barley were struck, for the barley was in the head and the flax was in the bud. But the wheat and the spelt were not struck, for they are late crops." So that's why barley. And here in a second, I'm going to blow the shofar since it's the beginning of the month. And why blow the shofar at the new moon, new month? It's not a commandment, but in Psalm 81:3 we see, "Blow the shofar at the time of the new moon, at the concealed moon on our solemn feast day." So, the only time it's commanded to blow the shofar at the beginning of a month would be the 7th month on Yom Teruah, the Feast of Trumpets. But on the first of the other months, we just blow it as a sign, I guess, and as practice. We do it on Shabbat too sometimes, not all the time, but it's not commanded on Shabbat. So, all right, I'm going to blow the shofar, but I'm not near as good as Johnny. And the kitties left, so I can put my phone back down. I don't have any idea if I'm in the screen or not. I hope not, actually, because I'm not photogenic. But all right, I'm blowing the shofar on the first day of the first month of the new Hebrew year. That got rid of the cats. That change in tones, that's not me doing it intentionally. guess I should spare you. I'll see if Johnny will do it when he gets home this evening. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. I hope I answered some questions. And Shana Tovah, Happy New Year. And Rosh, chodesh, sameach, Happy New Month. Or Happy Head of the Month. And blessings. Thanks for joining me. Lahidrod.